Pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. The final game of the opening weekend of 2020. Time for football from Denver. Broncos and Titans. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. 20, 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now a play fake here on first. And his throw is incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again to Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
A 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Vaughn Miller. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Clock now to throw. He completes this to Sutton. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the 28-yard line.
Now Locke. is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it'll be Titan football.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
2 yards. 1st down, Tennessee.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd down, it's Logan. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Titans 3, Broncos nothing.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Locke working out of the gun. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And 5.
Watch the screen.
From the gun, it's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. There's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. And he'll drop here to throw. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On second down now, it's Henry. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Draw play. This is Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. This is the tight end Fant. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Flush to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's 3rd and 4. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Complete. It's Henry. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that. It'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
39-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
37-yard line.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. A little check down to Lindsey. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7 from the 20. The first carry is a Bronco for the longtime Charger. It's Melvin Gordon. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
3rd and 1.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. He'll have a first down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And set up the screen for Henry. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Tannehill throwing again. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Mike 5. Mike 5-4. I got you. I got you. Snap. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
From the gun. Block. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Gordon on first down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, block. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Again, it's Henry. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That reception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's taken down.
And more muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
On the carry.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and now it's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. He'll look downfield for Humphreys, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Locke to throw on 3rd and 1. Hard throw, incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
They're going with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsay, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On first down, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Jarrell Casey bursting in to take him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he finds Corey Davis. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. And the busy night for Henry continues. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Tannehill. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Complete.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and
looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Titans' first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Looking here for Smith downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners. They've had the receivers on lockdown.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. Space to maneuver at the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, 71 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Lining up for the extra.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. Extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
4-yard line. A gain of 12. First down.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
48-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. And it's third.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. And he finds Humphreys.
Tannehill's pass.
First down here at about the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Escaping the pressure, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bryce Callahan, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And 12 at the 34.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll actually throw it with Locke. Pass caught by Jerry Jeudy, his first NFL catch. That throw good for only a couple. That brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw on 3rd down, Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Complete, Smith has it. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Back to throw, Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now.
Broncos.
So here we go, 45 seconds left, and things have boiled down to this onside kick. And the Broncos aren't able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Tannehill's pass intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Down at the 35-yard line.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Broncos, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown.